Are listening to Mike Guido and Josh Tariff. Buckle up! Hey. Buckle up!
All righty, we are here on a Thursday evening.
Mike and Josh.
On Mike and Josh.
Mike and Josh.
Exclusively here.
Spit the facts, cut the crap, get the latest, let's run it back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into Mike and Josh exclusively on the Grid Network. I'm Mike Guido. That's Josh Tariff. It is great to have you once again. And boy, are we jam-packed today.
We got a lot to discuss today. That is for sure.
We do. So obviously the big stuff is the NBA Finals are going to take shape, potentially coming to a close tonight for the Western Conference Finals. The Spurs and Thunder in Game 6 in San Antonio. Oklahoma City leads that series 3-2. Will the Spurs defend home court and take it to Game 7, or will the Thunder close it out tonight and head to their second straight NBA Finals? That being said, the Cavs and the Knicks, that ended in a sweep.
Yep, and that was another Knicks massacre. We've seen several of this postseason.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I'm glad we're not leading off with it today.
I'm here to console you, Mike. When we talk about it, we'll be ready to console you.
I mean, what a joke. But so we'll discuss that. That's coming up in about 15 or so minutes. The NBA draft lottery. Boy, if there was a way for me to describe in words how much the NBA seems to keep screwing itself, then I would say that emphatically. But I don't know that there are words in any language known to man, any tribal dialects, or I don't think there's a single phrase out there that can describe how stupid and idiotic the NBA seems to be continuing to be about their draft lottery. That's coming up at the end of hour number 1. Obviously, we will talk about Jaxson Dart, the story surrounding that. That'll lead hour number 2. Obviously, his situation with the president. Has he lost the locker room already? There were reports that he addressed it with the team. We'll discuss that, obviously, heading into hour number 2. The Major League Baseball has now proposed a salary cap, which I'm sure the players are going to love.
I'm sure everyone is perfectly fine with it.
Yeah, shouldn't be a holdout.
Be like, oh, sure, where do we sign?
Yep, shouldn't be a lockout, shouldn't be a work stoppage. Nope, not here. So that's coming up later as well. Josh has a game for me. But first, let's talk about Oklahoma City and San Antonio. I named the show today, Josh, and I think I'm hilarious. There's nobody in the world that thinks I'm funnier than me. I named the show today Thunder, Lightning. The way you foul me is frightening. See, I think I'm hysterical. I hate you. I
thought you were. I was hoping you thought that my screen froze.
No, I didn't think that.
I was just listening.
Try not blinking next time, you dope.
Well, that's kind of difficult. But I was just listening to the angelic voice of Mike Guido there. That's all. I was mesmerized by the lyrics.
I was not going for angelic. I was going for haha. Like that. That's really what I was going for. And you ruined it. So thanks. Anyway.
Hey, I'm sure there was someone that was listening that chuckled.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, so Thunder up 3-2 in that series. It has been a remarkably entertaining series.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best that I can remember in recent memory. So The Spurs right now sit as a 3.5-point favorite at home for Game 6. This series, to me, Josh, has the makings of any series that could go 7 games. It has literally gone back and forth. Like, it is literally gone, like, okay, Spurs, Thunder, Spurs, Thunder, Spurs. So, like, I don't know what this series will look like. I just don't know. So, what do you think happens tonight? What is the thing that you expect to happen tonight? Does the series end, or will it go to Game 7?
I'm feeling like this is definitely going to Game 7. I have a weird feeling that we are going to have, it's not necessarily like an off game from SGA, because I feel like it's almost impossible for him to have an off game at this point. But it might be a situation where Shai himself gets in foul trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of all the hoopla that we've been hearing over the last 48 hours, including apparently people within Shai's camp sending like a cease and desist to, I believe it was like Underdog,
mm-hmm.
who put out, like a parlay of how many times he would flop. So, so something is going to give, because it's not the drastic free throw differential that everyone is claiming, because the Thunder had 6 more free throw attempts than the Spurs in Game 6, which isn't a ton by any means.
Right.
The thing is, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 17 free throw attempts.
Yeah.
So that's where all the talk is. But again, even more so with players down, Jalen Williams out. AJ Mitchell stepped up and has done big in the playoffs. AJ Mitchell is out. Jared McCain is reminding everyone in Philly that you had me and gave me away for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, to me, it's almost, obviously, if the Thunder win and advance, we know Shai is going to win the Western Conference Most Valuable Player Award.
Yeah, right.
But Alex Caruso and Jared McCain are both making valid arguments as far as their production.
Right.
Now, all this said, I do feel the Spurs will win tonight, because Wemby, he has definitely developed the quote unquote dog in him as far as the must win mode. I really feel Wemby is going to go nuclear tonight and have an absolute monster game.
Yeah.
Obviously, it can't be just him, though. So one of these other guys is going to have to step up, like De'Aaron Fox. And I know he's still not 100%. He only had 9 points in Game 6, 4 for 15 from the field. That, I think, is going to be the key, because I feel, again, you want to try to get Shai in foul trouble. De'Aaron Fox is going to have to be aggressive on the offensive side. And if De'Aaron Fox can get 18 to 20, Spurs are going to win.
Yep.
That's my thought with it. What about you?
Yeah, I agree. Well, here's the thing. One of the things we have to remember about Game 5 was that the Spurs shot terribly in that game.
That too.
Terribly, right? You just said De'Aaron Fox shot 4 for 15. So did Wemby. Wemby shot 4 for 15. I think they were a combined 0 for 9 from 3. Wembanyama had 20 points in Game 5, which is unprecedented. I don't think you're going to be able to hold him to that.
Yeah.
And 12 of those points came from the free throw line. So that was something.
And once again, and by the way, once again, my parlay misses by 1, which was the best odds one, which was Wemby's 3-pointers.
What was so it
was over? It was over under 1.5 threes that he would make in the game. The other things I had Shai's points, rebounds, and assists. I had Hardenstein assists. I had I had Holmgren total points, rebounds, assists. I had Alex Caruso assists. Everything else hit perfectly fine, except for the one that was probably the best odds, which was Wemby hitting 2 3-pointers.
And he couldn't even do that.
And he couldn't get one.
Yeah, so now you're rooting against him, clearly.
No, because now I'm probably going to pick something on the Thunder side that will just blow up in my face.
No, there you go.
Yeah.
Devin Vassell was 2 for 11 in Game 5.
That's not good.
So a lot of their top tier players, right? I mean, that's essentially 1, 2, 3 for them, right? Stephon Castle, excluded in that conversation as well. But they shot very, very poorly from the field. So I don't anticipate that that's going to happen again. I do think there is going to be a bit of a bounce back. I think this Spurs team is young. I think they're stupid. Like, I think the Spurs are too dumb to realize how, like, big of a moment this is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the Spurs, they're a young team. I think they kind of expect, if we're here already, we'll probably be here again. So let's just go out and play our best game, right? Not let any of the pressure hang over our head. Now, again, that might be unrealistic to think, but at the same time, I'm looking at this and saying, well, if Wembanyama, let's say, scores 30 points, De'Aaron Fox actually gets into double figures, right, which I would assume would happen, and you look at this Thunder team and say, well, maybe Alex Caruso doesn't score 22 points off the bench, or maybe Jared McCain doesn't drop another 20 bomb, right? Or maybe Isaiah Hartenstein doesn't grab 15 rebounds over Victor Wembanyama. Like, maybe some of those things that seem to be potential outliers, maybe those things don't happen.
Right.
So that's really the feeling I get. I think this, like I said, I think it has the makings of a series that is destined to go into 7 games. And so I think the Spurs win tonight. Now, here's one of the big questions, because I want to shift the focus from the game to the player, right? I want to talk about SGA for a second, right? Because one of the big stories now is like SGA's style of play, and it gets brought up every year, right? For the past like 3 years, it's gotten brought up of just like, what is this guy doing? He's, the ultimate flop, foul drawer. Like, he's annoying, right? Like, that's really what I think people are upset with. And listen, he's a free throw shooting machine. He averages 30 plus points a game, and half of them are from the free throw line. And we all understand that. And my automatic response is, well, James Harden ran so that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander could walk, right? Or what is it, the other way around?
Other way around.
The other James Harden.
Let me here. LeBron James crawled so James Harden could walk, so Shai Gilgeous-Alexander could run.
Okay, all right. I mean, LeBron was never a great free throw shooter, but I understand what you're saying.
But in regards to getting to the line,
yeah. So yes. So, and that's really my thing is, like, I don't know that SGA is like ruining the game.
No,
that people are making it out to be.
He's not.
However, I will say, as a consumer, it is a little annoying to watch. Like, I do think that it's a little annoying, but look, dude, it works. I get it. He's mastered the art, and calling it an art is one thing, but he's mastered the art, the skill of drawing the foul, right? He's a little, I don't know. He's similar to Harden, like old school Harden, because that he's a little flaily, right? He kind of has a wide stance and, flings his body around. Like, that's the way he plays the game, and it works, right? So what do you think, Josh? What like your take on SGA, his style of play? Like, what is your take on that whole thing?
I am perfectly fine with you using whatever the strategy is that could help your team the most, as long as you're not breaking a rule. And he is not breaking any rule, and it would be stopping if the refs properly called or not called the situations. you might recall, I think it was maybe 2 years ago, that the NBA issued a flopping rule where if someone is caught flopping, they would get a technical foul.
Yeah.
When was the last time we saw the refs give that?
Never happens.
It never happens.
Never happens.
So that is the big part of this problem, is the fact that some of Shai's times falling are 100% legit because his opponents are just frustrated. And then the other are him outsmarting the system because the players are frustrated. So he knows that the refs are keeping an eye on them because they see frustration. So they're going to be, looking for every innate thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they are doing that instead of calling for, flop or no, he his hand swiped up, but it actually didn't hit you. It just came close to you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's the type of thing where obviously things like that are also just so hard to challenge because you get the one challenge. Oh, maybe we get away with it one time. Well, he's going to do it 10 more.
Right.
So it's a matter of the refs really stepping up the game with that. And I do truly feel with all of the backlash that has happened in the last 48 hours because all anyone's talking about with this game was not Jared McCain's performance, not Alex Caruso's performance, not the lack of Wemby's performance. All they're talking about is the amount of time Shai got fouled and free throws. And so
17, he was 16 of 17 from the line.
Right. So the refs hear this stuff as well. Adam Silver hears this stuff as well. The Thunder will not be at the line as many times as they were in Game 5. Specifically, Shai will not. And that's why I'm also thinking I wouldn't be surprised if Shai somehow got in a little bit of foul trouble as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I really am curious of what the real gripe is, because I think that what people are really upset about, and I think most of the people that are upset with what Shai is doing are the older guys, right? And not even guys that are older, but just fans of the NBA that remember watching it in 2010. Not the kids that, grew up with Steph Curry and it's not those guys, right? I think the reality is that the real gripe that some fans have is with the NBA and how they call fouls in general rather than just SGA. SGA, I think, is the best merchant of using the exploit, right, to his advantage. I think he's the best that's done it. He has been so good at creating ways to get himself free shots. And that's, again, that is a skill. As much as people hate to say
it absolutely is a skill.
It simply is one, right? And if it isn't one, then anybody can do it. But not everybody can do it because SGA is the only one everybody's got a problem with it. So, listen, is it boring to watch sometimes as a consumer, as a fan? Yeah, it is. But it's not ruining the game. I'll tell you what. And like I said, it's not the first time we've seen it.
Yeah.
I think SGA has brought it to a level that we haven't seen yet. But guys like James Harden and like you said, guys like LeBron, they've done it their whole career, right? Especially somebody like Harden. I mean, Harden was the ultimate flop guy.
Harden created a new shot where he's just kicking out his feet for 3-pointers and constantly getting 4-point plays.
And Harden also traveled on every step back three that he took, and he still does.
Yeah.
It's remarkable. Anyway, all right, let's take our first break. When we come back, when we come back, the Cavs get swept by the Knicks. What are their plans going forward into the offseason? Do they need to make changes? That's coming up next.
What up, Cowboys Nation? We are Cowboys Can Fan.
You know, like Canadian fan. And we're big Dallas Cowboy fans. We live stream every Dallas Cowboys game with our unapologetic, intoxicated play-by-play and color commentary, and we guarantee you won't find anything like this anywhere else.
We do that in the ring together?
We told you not so bland was here to stay, baby.
And if you like to have a couple cold ones,
Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. Crack 'em if you got 'em. And watch the Dallas Cowboys play football.
you need to join us 1 hour before the Cowboys kick off, throw your score prediction in our live chat, and if you're right, guess what? We'll send you a shirt, some Can Fan merch. Click the link, check us out, and subscribe if you like what we do.
Oh, and remember, BYOB.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Bring your own boosh.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Bryson Carver, and I'm the host of the Carving It Up podcast right here on the Grid Network, as well as my own personal YouTube channel, Carving It Up with Bryson Carver. On my show, talk about a number of the biggest topics in the world of sports, as well as culture and entertainment, and I include special segments such as Bryson's Best 10, The Vol View, and one of my favorites, Carving Up the Context. I also like to invite special guests on the show to get different insights and perspectives on topics, and most importantly, I love to hear from you, the audience, in the chat below. So check out Carving It Up 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube, Facebook, X, and on Instagram. Check the show out anywhere you get your podcasts as well as on the YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys.
Alex Rodriguez is coming out with a documentary, and it goes into detail. Like, he's never talked about the steroid part of it and all the pressure. You will do a lot more desperate things to try to stay relevant, and you can see that he was straining to be this person that he wasn't, instead of just being the person that he always should have been. Just, I'm Alex Rodriguez, because of imposter syndrome. He had to be somebody that he wasn't. Goes to the Yankees, gets another big fucking contract. I empathize with that, because when you're this great player and people are looking at you and they're looking through you, it makes you realize that maybe Alex doesn't matter. I have to be A-Rod.
Yo, this is Barry Grant Jr. I want to give a big shout out to Mike and Josh, and be on the lookout for more clips from All Even Podcast. This is Patrick L. Brown, lead journalist here at the Grid Network, reminding you to make sure that you check out all of the latest articles over on the Grid's webpage under the blog section. There you will find the hottest takes in sports, mixed in with some mental health articles as well. Dare to be different? Enter the Grid, your new leaders in digital media, sports, and entertainment. As I always say, stay tuned.
All right. Well, thank you, Patrick. We are back here on Mike and Josh exclusively on the Grid Network. I'm Mike Guido. That's Josh Tariff. So since we've moved from the Spurs Thunder series, let's kind of go back a little bit and talk about just how, first of all, just how dominant the Knicks were in the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, forget about the game one comeback, right? But then after that, just blowing the doors off of Cleveland for the next 3 games.
I got a graphic that I came across that now that I kind of know how to put things up on the video during our thing. I want to show you this. This is the top total plus minus on 10-game winning streaks in the history of the NBA. Ever, regular or postseason.
Yeah.
The previous high was in 1974. The Milwaukee Bucks had a plus 214 in a 10-game span. This last 10 games that the Knicks have had in the playoffs, they have a plus 246.
Yeah.
Not only is it a new record, it's not even close. They destroyed this record by how incredibly dominant this team has been.
So I believe the number was, what was it? I think I think in not elimination games, in like the last game of their like a series closing game, I believe the combined margin of victory for the Knicks in series closing games this season, this postseason, is like 118 points. Like it is
some absurd amount.
Unbelievable how much they've won by in just the games where they're knocking teams out. Like that's really the crazy part. But let's put aside the Knicks for a second. Let's talk about my beloved Cleveland Cavaliers, who again
real quick, I just got the number. How much did you guess it was?
118.
You were correct. It is a combined 118. Yeah,
118, like some crazy number.
Yeah. But Atlanta beat them by 51. We were on the air during that. That's a memorable moment. Sixers, they won by 30, and the Cavs, they won by 37.
Crazy
Yeah.
how dominant the Knicks have been.
And now you are mourning over your Cavs.
Yeah, well, look, Josh, it is well documented at this point that I have said that the Knicks, I thought the Knicks were going to win the series. You remember me saying that.
We agreed that the Knicks were going to win the series. Neither of us thought it would have been a sweep.
I just wanted a better fight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on. Like, I've never, and seriously, and I understand the level of hurt you must have when you blow a lead quite like that in game one. Okay.
Oh, sure.
That's one of the worst blown leads ever. But they literally, for the rest of the series, laid down like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just completely, you could see it, Josh. You watched those games and you could see it. They just quit. They just gave up.
Well, I'll say this because, I mean, Donovan Mitchell still overall played, but he had a very good game 4. It's just nobody else did.
Well, and again, like I said, I think everybody had already had their bags packed.
Yeah.
Like they were done. And listen, if you're down 3-0, hands in the air, like I get it. I get that the series probably ain't turning around, but you got to at least try. Like, at least for me, I don't get it, man. I don't understand.
Well,
I don't understand why you just pack it up.
Here's a question for you, because you may or may not know this, because this literally came up with a buddy of mine that I hung out with a couple of days ago, having to do with James Harden, because obviously we've well documented his history and stuff. It's not going into him choking or blah, blah, blah. But it's thought with NBA salaries, because your salary is good for the season. Now, there are typically incentives if you win awards or if your team gets to the finals or wins championships or things like that. But do you get additional paychecks when you're in the playoffs? Because if not, if the same amount of money is the same, then there could be some players, and maybe this is a James Harden conspiracy theory that I'm just coming up with now, where they're just like, I already got all my money for the season. Now you want me to play for free? I don't care.
I mean, maybe. I'd have to imagine.
You know how the contracts specifically work for players to get paid if they're in the playoffs. I don't know if there's something that you might know that I don't.
There's got to be some incentives that they can earn. But, I mean, here's the thing, though. Like, I get what you're saying. I also, look, here's the thing. When it comes to what they look like as a team, okay, I actually really think the roster is really good. Like, I think
it's a very good roster.
I think the Cavs have a very, very, very good roster. Now, and it's a roster without a whole lot of holes. Like they have a pretty complete team. Now, I think them having a legitimate number 2 is like that's a little bit of a lack, right? Because Donovan Mitchell is very clearly their number 1. Their number 2 is Evan Mobley, And I don't know that Evan Mobley's there as a number 2. I just don't.
And I'm sorry to cut you off. I just find it fascinating because once upon a time, we talked about, hey, they not only have a number 2, they have a 1A were the words that came out. And now the guy that we thought was a 1A isn't even the number 2.
Yeah. Well, because, and listen, I want to make this point because, boy, did I get shredded in the Grid group chat. Like, first of all, that needs to be addressed. I mean,
I was innocent in there. I wasn't. I was just sending you private text.
I'm not saying you're part of the problem. What I am saying, though, is that, like, I feel like when my teams lose, and this is just an internal issue. This has nothing to do with the show. This has nothing to do with the listeners. Nothing. It has everything to do with internal Grid affairs. Like, I feel like when my teams lose, people take extra joy in that. And I don't understand why. I don't talk trash about anybody. I really don't. Listen, me and Bryson Carver have a very good relationship. He's a very, very good friend of mine. And we always tease each other because we always say, listen, he always says, Mike, I have no idea how we're friends because literally our fandom is the complete opposite, meaning like I'm a fan of one team and his favorite team is the rival in multiple sports. So like I'm a Yankee fan. He's a Red Sox fan. I'm a Cavs fan. He's a Warrior fan. I'm a Cowboy fan. He's a Steeler fan. Like literally bitter rivals in all sports. Bitter, like unbelievable. And Bryson and I are also on the opposite ends of the spectrum politically. So there really isn't any sort of reason for us to get along at all. But God, whenever my teams lose, it's like, yo, all these Cavs fans are just really stupid and deserve everything that's coming to them. I'm like, I didn't do anything. I'm like, God almighty, you people are mean. Like, geez, Louise. Anyway, as I digress from that.
At least you don't hold grudges.
Well, listen. But at least, look, here we go. So I have to get back on track now. Point being in that respect that when I brought up this whole James Harden thing could actually work, I'm still standing on the point of I wasn't completely off on that because what I said specifically, Josh, and you are a first witness here, okay? On this show, on these airwaves, I said that if James Harden played a specific role with the Cavs, it would work. I also said if the Cavs were smart enough to not put him in a situation where he wouldn't shrink in the postseason, it would work. You have to avoid his shortcomings because the plus side of James Harden is that he is a terrific passer. He's a guy who can, on occasion, create his own shot. He works wonderfully off picks with big men, and the Cavs have two really good ones. So I'm like, listen, on the plus side of this could really work. But on the downside, if James Harden comes in and tries to be 2017 James Harden, it isn't going to work. And in the regular season, Josh, my original theory was the case. So when I said it's working, I was right because that's what was happening. In the regular season, James Harden was playing a role. Then come the postseason, and granted, by the way, the Cavs still made it to the Eastern Conference Finals and blew the doors off the Detroit Pistons in Game 7. Okay, so that's something that I think the Cavs need to get credit for. However,
James Harden was no part of that, but yes.
Right, but in the Eastern Conference Finals especially, for some reason, the Cavs felt it necessary to put the ball in James Harden's hands more outside of the scope of what was working. Why? I don't know.
Well, when you're talking about how you're right in those things, you're leaving the part out where I was right, where all I was simply saying was talk to me in May.
It's all about me, Josh. If you haven't figured it out, It's all about me.
But I want to talk about me.
No, never.
Okay. Well, let's talk
about me.
Well, now
I want to talk about number one on my. Okay, I'm sorry.
You and singing today. I like it. I like it. It is the Mike Guido karaoke night.
Yeah, I just watched High School Musical for the third time, so I'm joking. Anyway,
said that on the internet.
And another joke that just not landing.
Well, here's the thing that we got to break down with the Cavs. It's not now. Okay, they've been eliminated.
Yeah,
but now, what has all the talk been? They had to make public statements that they intend on keeping James Harden, and they had to make public statements that Kenny Atkinson and his coaching staff are safe. Yeah. If you have to go out of your way after you make the conference finals to make statements like those, there's an issue that's happening. And like you're trying your best to figure out ways to put out fires because obviously they need to figure out what to do in the offseason and how to make it work. They were the highest salary cap team in the league this year. James Harden's got a $42 million player option.
Yeah.
So now, like, the consensus is he's going to be renegotiating with the Cavs, which will then result in a longer deal. So now you're looking at having him for like 2 or 3 years, maybe on a 60 to 85 million.
Yep.
In that area, which means you're paying this guy longer. There's obviously the rumors that we've talked about on the show of can you pull off the Giannis trade for a package centered around Evan Mobley? If you're doing that, would Donovan Mitchell adjust his contract? Because that man is owed $50 million next year and a player option for almost $54 the following year. Would he adjust his so then you can make room for A, Giannis, and B, enough money to try to convince LeBron to come? Because that's their scheme right now. Hey, our plan is to get Giannis and or LeBron to add into the team. It's just crazy to say that out loud that a team could mathematically get those two players.
I think if you want my opinion, I think the plan would be if they were to pull off a trade for Giannis, I think it means no LeBron. I think it means no LeBron. Because reality is that I think LeBron is a much more realistic possibility than Giannis is.
For sure. He absolutely is.
Right. But I also think the Cavs would be perfectly happy with adding LeBron to the mix. But the first thing they have to tackle, obviously, is they have to keep Donovan Mitchell around. Right.
Yeah. You have to keep Donovan around, and you got to figure out what you're doing with Harden.
But you got to extend his contract, right? So
he's got 2 years. The second one's a player option.
Second one's a player option, right?
Yeah.
So can you rework his deal to keep him there for certain longer term?
Yeah.
And we'll see how that goes. And apparently all the noise is that James Harden and Donovan Mitchell want to stay together and they want to stay in Cleveland. They like playing together.
Right.
And again, like I don't, and this is where I'm going to get killed. It's where I'm going to get killed. Okay.
I'll keep quiet.
I don't hate the idea of Harden and Mitchell together. I don't hate the idea. Okay. But again, because it has potential to work. Okay. The way that I view the Cavs, Josh, is I view it as less of they fell short. I view it as more of they got closer. Like, I think the Cavs are getting like this. Them losing the Eastern Conference Finals is a good thing. This is not a code for them to completely change everything.
Oh, I agree with. I absolutely agree with that. Yeah.
This feels like you got this much closer. Now, what else do you have to do? Right? You found out what your weaknesses are. And listen, I would even go as far to say this series had less to do with the Cavs laying down and the Cavs blowing everything, and had more to do with the fact that the Knicks are very clearly at this very point the best team in the NBA right now. They are playing better basketball than any team in basketball. It's not even close. They are destroying everybody.
And not only that, you and I for weeks have said on this show, well, it doesn't even matter who comes out of the East because they're about to get demolished by the winner of the Thunder Spurs. I don't think so anymore. Now,
I don't even.
News just happened within the last 30 minutes. Shams has reported that Mitchell Robinson, somehow in their 10 days off, Mitchell Robinson has broken his pinky finger, and his playoff status is unknown at this time. I've not gotten the update yet as far as how he damaged his pinky finger. But it's the thing of, because he has been such a huge pivotal part in this. And when you go back to the 2018 Knicks roster, that was the worst team in the league. There's one guy from that roster that's still on the Knicks, and it's Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah. I think Mitchell Robinson broke his pinky.
Yes.
Okay? He didn't break his fibula. So I think that there's a real shot that he plays through it.
Hey, can we have a Willis Reed moment for Mitchell Robinson going on the court with his pinky bandaged up in the NBA Finals?
It's bandaged together with his ring finger like this.
Yeah.
That would be great.
That'll get a statue.
He's got to wear a club on his hand like Jason Pierre-Paul did when he blew his hand off.
Oh, my God. Yes.
You remember that?
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh, my goodness. But, yes. No, listen, we'll see how that goes. I think there's a real shot that Mitchell Robinson plays through that.
I would hope so. And again, he still has 6 more days.
And he doesn't play 35 minutes a night.
No.
He'll
play between 15 and 20. Yeah.
Right. He's a bench guy. So if it hurts, he'll come off the floor for 10 minutes and then go back. You know what I mean? Like, that's, I think, the reality of that situation. Now, it'd be one thing if you said Karl Anthony Towns broke his pinky. I'd be like, all right, then that's a real problem.
Right.
Because not only does Karl Anthony Towns play more, but he also shoots. And breaking a pinky affects that. It does.
Right. Because everyone on this roster, except for Mitchell Robinson, has been absolutely lights out. Landry Shamet has turned into Mark Price.
Landry Shamet is the greatest shooter in NBA history.
Like, it's his literal conference final stats that he is the greatest shooter in NBA history.
Right. He played the Cavs and was just like, you know what? I played the Cavs. Now I'm going to channel 2017 Steph Curry. Like, that's just what I'm going to do.
Wasn't this man a year ago waived? Wasn't he waived a year ago?
Wasn't he like driving a cab or something?
Yeah.
Like, I'm dead serious. Like, didn't he get like a job at Target or something, waiting for the Knicks to sign him back or something?
And now I got to try to look up. Yeah, because I was saying he was. I swear he was cut and then brought back.
He was.
Yeah,
he was. And then he shot like 12 of 13 from 3 in the Eastern Conference. He shot like 93%. So it's unbelievable. I'm telling you, man. Like, it only against the Cavs, by the way. Only. They were playing any other team. They could have been playing the Utah Jazz, and that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, in the Eastern Conference Finals, he was 11 of 12 from 3. And he played 50 games for the Knicks last year and 51 this year. So there was something in there that obviously he wasn't part of the team for some point of it.
So let's pause here, Josh. I want to continue this Knicks conversation when we come back from the break. So let's pause here. We'll discuss the Knicks. And here's the question I really want to ask about the Knicks, right? Does it matter who the Knicks play in the NBA Finals? What differences could we see in those series? What would be the outlooks? What's the difference if the Thunder make it? What happens if the Spurs make it? What happens? We'll answer those questions next.
Cowboys Nation, what up? It's your boy EJ Savage over here at Boys in the Zone, where it's everything Cowboys related, from the latest news, off-season talk like training camp and draft analysis, and of course, during season game breakdowns and commentary. Would love to see you in the chat kicking it with myself and other members of Cowboys Nation, whether it be a guest that I myself bring in, or Cowboys fan forum videos where I bring you guys on, or even other chat members. We're always live on Twitter and YouTube, talking to boys. So really, the only thing left to say is, how about them Cowboys? See you there. Peace.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Tim Barnett, and welcome into the Boston Sports Summit. If you're a fan of any of these four teams right here, or you're like me and you love all four of them and you follow them religiously, you're a big fan, this is the show for you. The big thing with this is real commentary and authenticity. I'm going to tell you like it is. If we're great, then we're great. But if we suck, I'm going to tell you that we suck and we need to improve. I'm also not afraid to call out our ownership or front office for making bad decisions, just like I'm not afraid to call out our coaches or our players for screwing some things up or doing great. All right? Because that's what this show is all about. It's about authenticity. So listen, if you're a fan of any of these teams or you're a fan of all four of them, check me out, the Boston Sports Summit, every Wednesday, live at 7 p.m., and it's electric, all right? We're going to go into some great detail about the Sox, Patriots, Celtics, and even the Bruins, and hey, you might even get a guest appearance from my little puppy here. So, it's a great show. Don't forget to tune in every Wednesday, 7 p.m. You can also follow me on all socials, on Instagram, X, and YouTube, Boston Sports Summit. So check us out. It's a great show. It's a great time. Hope to see you there. God bless.
What's going on, y'all? It's Arthur Hurst from the Grid Network, letting y'all know to check out the Saturday morning tailgate starting at 10 Eastern every Saturday. Check us out on YouTube, X, Instagram, wherever you get your podcasts. Tune in for some humor, some great analytics between me, my boy Bryson, and Tim. Again, Saturday morning tailgate every Saturday at 10 Eastern on the Grid Network. See y'all there.
All righty, welcome back. We are here for Mike and Josh exclusively on the Grid Network. I'm Mike Guido. That's Josh Tariff. Towards the end of hour number one, but let's talk a little bit about these New York Knicks. Here's the thing. Like, I think you and I both agree at this point, Josh, that like they need to be taken seriously now. Like so much of the talk before was how whoever the Knicks play in the Western Conference, like they're going to lose.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I will go ahead and say this.
Say it.
I think the Knicks are winning the NBA Finals. I do. Now, I am crazy and I get things wrong all the time.
Do you hear me? Do you hear me angry or surprised by that statement?
No, I don't. But
you know why? You know why I don't?
Because you agree?
Because it's going 7.
Mhm.
Whoever they play in the finals, it's going to. I'm so on the. I'm like, I went from 2 weeks ago being like the Knicks have 0 chance at beating the Spurs or Thunder to this is going to go 7 games, and I could not possibly tell you who I'm leaning more towards right now.
Yeah. So let's answer that question, Josh. So if you were to pick today, okay, because we should probably make predictions, by the way.
Yeah.
If you had to pick right now, who's coming out of the West? Are you leaning more towards the Thunder or the Spurs?
I'm leaning. I had the Thunder in the beginning of this.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, as of this moment that we're recording, they're up 3-2. So naturally, that would be the pick.
Yep.
So I am feeling that the Thunder would be the team to go play the Knicks. Now, I feel like your follow-up question with this was going to be which team is a better matchup for the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I think that answer is the Spurs.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks would prefer to play the Spurs, as crazy as that sounds, because they have Wemby.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes with and I know I got a little hate on this when I said it back before the playoffs even started.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, the one thing that the Spurs don't have too much of is the experience.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're showing screw that. Who needs the experience right now?
Exactly. Who needs it?
It's a whole different ball game when you're in the finals and everyone is watching and you have games in Madison Square Garden.
Yep.
It is a whole different ball game.
Yep.
So I'm not questioning. Wemby is going to be Wemby.
Yep.
It's the other guys that I'm questioning.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you as far as like matchups are concerned. I do think that the Thunder match up better with the Knicks than the Spurs do. Like I think the Thunder would give them a harder time.
Yes.
Because I think the Thunder can throw at the Knicks similar to what the Knicks would throw at them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some length, some good perimeter defense. Like the Spurs have a lot of players like that.
Yeah.
Where the Spurs, they run a lot of smaller guards and obviously the unicorn in the middle, but I think the Thunder kind of match up a little better with the Knicks. Here's what I will say. Like I said, I think the Knicks are winning the finals. I think if Oklahoma City were to get there with the Knicks, I would definitely say it goes 7. I think if the Spurs get there with the Knicks, I think it's possible that it goes 5. So
Knicks beat them in 5?
5. So, and here's the thing, like that,
wow.
this is where I'm landing right now with the Knicks. I think the Knicks, just everything is clicking. It's not the fact that the Knicks are winning games. It's not the fact that the Knicks had a triumphant run through the playoffs to get here. They dominated in every way. Now, regardless, whoever they play in the NBA Finals will be the best team they've played in the playoffs, right? Because the Spurs and Thunder are both better than Atlanta. They're both better than the Philadelphia 76ers, and they're both better than Cleveland. So definitely their best opponent. But the Knicks haven't. So I do think whoever they play in the NBA Finals, they will lose at least one game too, because to compensate for that thing. But the Knicks have not lost a game in over a month, Josh.
I know.
They haven't lost a game since April 21st.
And that game was by 1 point. And the one before that was by 1 point.
They're crushing everybody. Everything is clicking. All the shots are falling. Like Josh Hart can't miss. Josh Hart can't miss. Landry Shamet can't miss. Mikal Bridges can't miss. Forget about Brunson and Cat. Like,
forget about the best players. It's everybody. Everybody's delivering. Jose Alvarado has played great.
Deuce McBride is nailing threes. Like, I can't even begin to describe how good the Knicks are right now. They will get their first title since 1973. I'm telling you right now, they will see it.
I will say this. If the finals is Knicks Thunder, as of today, May 28th at 4:55 p.m. Pacific time, I am saying right now, if the finals are Knicks versus Thunder, Thunder will win in 7. If the finals end up being Knicks versus Spurs, Knicks will win in 6.
Okay. So,
and that would mean they would win the championship in the Garden. And also, Game 6 of the NBA Finals, if it were to go 6, there is also a World Cup game at MetLife Stadium that same evening.
Oh God, that stay out of the metro area.
So can you imagine Knicks potentially winning the NBA championship on the same night that there's an actual World Cup game in America down the street? New York, you will not be able to move in New York.
Might I say this too? And I know this is totally out of left field. What an underwhelming venue for a World Cup game. Josh, have you ever been to MetLife Stadium?
I have not.
That place is a dump. That place smells like manure, but I
could have made a very bad joke and angered some fans just now, but I'm going to be good and be quiet.
You were going to say something with the Giants and the Jets, weren't you?
Maybe Jets. Maybe Jets.
Oh my God. Oh man. Anyway, but yes, and I get what you're saying, Josh. I just think that the way the Knicks are playing right now, I can't in my right. I feel like I'd be going as far as to say, I think picking the Knicks to lose at this point would be a hot take. Genuinely. They haven't lost in a month. They are destroying everybody. If you're picking them to lose, I feel like you're going against the grain. I just do.
Mm-hmm.
You're going against the grain. They're the hottest team in basketball right now, bar none. So I think picking them to lose is a hot take. And this is coming from a Cavs fan who watched the Knicks beat our ever-loving breaks in.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
They took advantage of us. Really, really bad. So I don't know. I think it's a wrap, Josh. I do.
I'm also, and we have mentioned this on here. The Knicks being in the finals is wonderful for the NBA.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And if they were to win, I sent this out after they swept and won. The biggest winner in all of this is Mike Breen. Because Mike Breen is going to get to call his team in the NBA Finals on national TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you, if there is any in that finals, if there's ever a buzzer beating 3 or a dagger 3 for them to clinch, we will get the triple bang.
Yeah.
Because that's the only time he is saving the triple bang for the Knicks to win the championship.
I'm pretty sure you're right. And even if he wasn't planning on it, he probably is now, because I'm sure you're not the only one saying it.
And again, he's the one I'd be happiest about, and the one I'm the angriest about is Stephen A. Smith. And it's all for the same reasons.
Look,
because he will never shut up if they win.
No, he won't. He doesn't shut up anyway.
That's true.
I respect Mike Breen a lot. I really do. As a broadcaster, as a professional, I really do respect Mike Breen. I've never had the chance to meet him in person. I would love to, but
Mike Breen, come on the show. Come on.
I have always had the opinion that Mike Breen is not, in certain matchups, he is not particularly objective in calling games, and you can hear it. I know that is malpractice on my part, but I'm just saying that
we just lost the opportunity for Mike Breen to join us on the show. Thanks.
Yeah, like that was an right. Like that was an opportunity.
He was his assistant was sending us his schedule, and then he just deleted it.
I'm sure. Yep. Nope. We've lost all contact with Mike Breen.
Yeah.
But listen, good for him. Good for if it really means that much to him to see the Knicks in the finals, which I'm sure it does, then that's great for him. I just wish that when he called Cavs Warriors games, he wasn't rooting for the Warriors the entire time. That's all I wish. Okay. Like I just,
a 10-year grudge. A 10-year grudge.
The amount of times I needed to hear Mike Breen bang, bang Steph Curry against the Cavaliers. And then when LeBron makes this incredible play, a great play by LeBron James. Like, could you show a little more enthusiasm from my side? Like, come on, man. Mr. Bang Bang. I never heard of bang bang when J.R. Smith hit a three. I never heard of bang bang when Kyrie Irving hit a crazy shot. I never heard any of that. Like, gosh. Sorry, I had to let that all out. But let's be real.
If you're fired up right now, I cannot wait to talk about the draft lottery with you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh boy. Hour number 2 coming up next.
What up, Cowboys Nation? We are Cowboys Can Fan.
You know, like Canadian fan. And we're big Dallas Cowboy fans. We live stream every Dallas Cowboys game with our unapologetic, intoxicated play-by-play and color commentary, and we guarantee you won't find anything like this anywhere else.
We do that in the ring together?
We told you not so bland was here to stay, baby.
And if you like to have a couple cold ones,
crack 'em if you got 'em, son. Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. Crack 'em if you got 'em. And watch the Dallas Cowboys play football.
You need to join us 1 hour before the Cowboys kick off, throw your score prediction in our live chat, and if you're right, guess what? We'll send you a shirt, some Can Fan merch. Click the link, check us out, and subscribe if you like what we do.
Oh, and remember, BYOB.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Bring your own boosh.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Bryson Carver, and I'm the host of the Carving It Up podcast right here on the Grid Network, as well as my own personal YouTube channel, Carving It Up with Bryson Carver. On my show, talk about a number of the biggest topics in the world of sports, as well as culture and entertainment, and I include special segments such as Bryson's Best 10, The Ball View, and one of my favorites, Carving Up the Context. I also like to invite special guests on the show to get different insights and perspectives on topics, and most importantly, I love to hear from you, the audience, in the chat below. So check out Carving It Up 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube, Facebook, X, and on Instagram. Check the show out anywhere you get your podcasts as well as on the YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys.
Alex Rodriguez is coming out with a documentary, and it goes into detail. Like, he's never talked about the steroid part of it and all the pressure. You will do a lot more desperate things to try to stay relevant, and you can see that he was straining to be this person that he wasn't, instead of just being the person that he always should have been. Just, I'm Alex Rodriguez, because of imposter syndrome. He had to be somebody that he wasn't. Goes to the Yankees, gets another big fucking contract. I empathize with that, because when you're this great player and people are looking at you and they're looking through you, it makes you realize that maybe Alex doesn't matter. I have to be A-Rod.
Yo, this is Barry Grant Jr. I want to give a big shout out to Mike and Josh, and be on the lookout for more clips from All Even Podcast.
This is Patrick L. Brown, lead journalist here at the Grid Network, reminding you to make sure that you check out all of the latest articles over on the Grid's webpage under the blog section. There you will find the hottest takes in sports, mixed in with some mental health articles as well. Dare to be different? Enter the Grid, your new leaders in digital media, sports, and entertainment. As I always say, stay tuned.
You are listening to Mike Guido and Josh Tariff. Buckle up! Buckle up!
Alrighty, hour number 2. We are back.
Mike and Josh.
I'm Mike and Josh.
Mike and Josh. Mike and Josh.
Great to have you.
Spit the facts, cut the crap, get the latest, get the latest. Let's run it back, run it back.
Welcome back here to Mike and Josh, exclusively on the Grid Network. Hour number 2. I'm Mike Guido. That's Josh Tariff. It's great to have you on this Thursday evening. Busy hour 1, Josh.
Lot of NBA in hour 1.
Lot of NBA. So let's shift our focus to the NFL quickly. We do have a little bit more NBA coming up in like 15 or 20 minutes or so. The NBA draft lottery, boy, that's going to be fun. By the way, that segment's going to be real fun because it's going to be on 2 things really that I hate. But so draft lottery, Major League Baseball potentially going for a salary cap. We actually got what the specific numbers were for the salary cap, not even just the salary cap, but a salary floor.
Yes.
Boy, do I have my feelings on that. And then, Josh, we get to end on a uplifting, fun note, as you have prepared a mystery game for me. Again, I have no idea what it is.
Yeah.
But you are going to let me know, and it's going to be great.
It's going to be swell.
So let's talk about this Jaxson Dart situation here. So Jaxson Dart has been the center of attention recently because I guess at a Donald Trump rally in New York, Jaxson Dart, I guess, introduced him on stage. And then what came of that was his rookie teammate, Abdul Carter, not rookie, second-year rookie, Abdul Carter, saying, thought this blank was AI. What we doing? So obviously that kind of came into the public eye as Abdul Carter not being happy with his quarterback. He then later posted that him and Jaxson Dart spoke and they are quote unquote good now, right? There were other reports also that came out today that said that Jaxson Dart had addressed this situation with his teammates. And it was noted that players like Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Jameis Winston were also players that spoke during this meeting with Giants players. And I guess the situation has since been smoothed. Jermaine Illuminor also, again, a big part of the Giants locker room right now, said that the locker room chemistry right now is quote unquote fine. So maybe this is just a big story about nothing, Josh. Maybe it is. But here's the thing. It's obviously a very polarizing subject because it involves a very polarizing figure, regardless of what side of the aisle you may be on. But Jaxson Dart introducing Donald Trump at a Trump rally in New York. I'll just throw this at you. What is your kind of initial reaction to this story? What's the angle that really kind of cycled through your head when this story broke?
The cycle that went through my head is, why would an athlete do this? And I don't mean why would you side with one party over the other? Mm-hmm. What I mean by it is when you know it is someone that is polarized, and regardless of whatever side of the political spectrum they're on, you know, any public involvement, whether for or against, is not just going to create conversation. Mm-hmm. It could very well create animosity in the locker room.
Yeah, right.
And the last thing you want with a young team is to create any type of animosity, drama, etc.
Yep.
So my thought with all this was, did Jaxson Dart talk to anyone on the Giants prior to doing this. And I don't mean like, hey, I don't know who you side with, but I'm going to do this. I mean like, hey, how do you guys feel? I was invited to do this. Is it all right if I were to do it? Because then you're at least you're showing the accountability ahead of time where like, hey, I don't know if anyone's offended and nothing's going to change in what we're doing in the locker room. I was invited to go do this thing. I find it to be a personal honor. I would like to do it. If that happened, we never would have saw any type of tweet from Abdul Carter. We never would have had the media have to question John Harbaugh or anything of that nature.
Yeah, right.
So, but by doing this, now all of a sudden, all offseason, all we're going to hear, it's not the health, it's not the development, it's how are the relationships with the players.
Yeah, right.
And John Harbaugh's dealt with crazier things. He once had a guy on his team named Ray Rice. So
once had a guy on his team named Ray Lewis.
Precisely.
Right.
Both of those much crazier than introducing the president.
Yep.
So it's just a matter of talking about it ahead of time, behind the closed doors, and it's not that you're necessarily asking for permission. You're just giving everyone the heads up of, hey, this is an honor for me. I've been invited to do this. I'm just letting you guys know so then we can make sure that everyone knows. If anyone has a question for me, obviously they can talk to me about it. Because that's what being a leader would do. And if you're the quarterback of an NFL team, you got to be the leader. I understand you're only in your second year. That doesn't mean that you can't suddenly wait to be the leader of the team if you're the starting quarterback.
Yeah. So, I mean, here's the thing. I agree with you in a lot of what you're saying because I think in the state of where we are in the world is that probably is something that needs to take place in your position, right? If you're the quarterback of an NFL franchise, you have to kind of do what's best for your, I'll even call it this, your workplace environment, right? Jaxson Dart, I'm sure, works in a room full of guys that are not necessarily Trump supporters. And maybe there are several guys that are on his side in his locker room. Maybe there are, right? I would also tend to believe that there are probably more right-leaners or Trump supporters or whatever you want to call them. There are probably more of those guys in the NFL than maybe people would like to believe, right? I'm sure there are more people than we think in that department. But I do think that if you are Jaxson Dart, you have to think about this as just like, okay, listen, and I'm sure how you described it is exactly how we looked at it, right? I have the chance to introduce the president of the United States. Like, how many people on planet Earth are going to have the opportunity to do that? And in American history, how many people are going to have the opportunity to do that, right? I'm sure you could absolutely look at it that way, regardless of who the president actually is, right? So those are things I think you have to think about as well. Again, internally speaking, I am, I tend to view myself as a more right-leaning political guy in my own right. So in my, like, regardless of that, I think that it's unfortunate that, like, everything needs to be towed so carefully. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of feel like it really, like, there's part of me that thinks that it's not really any of your teammates' business, right? Like, it really isn't. This is not happening inside the Giants, like, facility. This is not a Giants sponsored event. This is not like, it has nothing to do with the Giants, right? This has everything to do with Jaxson Dart as a person. Has nothing to do with anything with him about football or anything of that nature, right? But I also think in that same token, like, was it smart for a second-year quarterback to do something like that? And again, I don't want to say it as if it's some awful thing that he did, because it isn't.
Yeah.
Right. But to make that choice, to do that thing when you're in a locker room full of guys that probably are not going to be receptive to it, that probably just doesn't bode well for how you're received. Right. And in your position, if you're a guy that is in Jaxson Dart's position, that obviously has to mean something. Right. So that's really where I take this, because, like, I hate the fact that the world is in a position right now where we have to really question what Jaxson Dart did. The guy walked the president out on, or he introduced the president out at a rally. Big whoop. Like, that's how I feel about it. But I also understand the situation of, like, okay, because we do live in this world, you have to kind of live within the confines of what those consequences may look like, even if what you did maybe doesn't warrant consequences. So that's kind of how I feel about this, Josh. Is there any rebut to that?
No, I don't really have much of a rebut. I mean, you can vouch for this. When you and I are texting earlier today to get our rundown set for the show,
yeah,
you bring this topic up, and I say, I mean, is it really that big of a topic that we need to discuss?
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting how, like, part of your point is, why are we making it a big topic?
Yeah. well, the world.
But I get why. I understand why you're saying that. It's just that just shows the dynamic of it. Because again, whether you're a Republican or Democrat, that doesn't matter. You just said you're a Republican. I'm a Democrat. That don't mean you and I hate each other, even though I secretly do despise you. But
right.
But for different reasons, not for political reasons.
Might I just say too, by the way, that we didn't know that until just now.
Right. The secret's out now.
Right. The secret's out, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, continue.
And the hatred is only because we're wearing very similar color clothing today.
It's freaky because this is like a really awkwardly colored shirt.
Because you and I are both awkward people, and that's why we get along.
Yep.
And but again, it just comes down to, you're absolutely right. It's Jaxson Dart's business on what he does.
Mm-hmm.
My thought with it is, while it's 100% his business, if he is currently employed by such a franchise,
mm-hmm.
it's not that you have to ask for permission, because I'm not telling him he should have asked for permission. It's just like, hey, I don't know how PR might be with this.
Yeah.
But I have been invited to this. I am going to do this.
Yeah. And that's really like, that really is a big piece of this, is that, and it's very similar to how, like, Colin Kaepernick was treated. Right. And I don't want to totally rehash that, but from the PR perspective of it, right, you're working for an NFL franchise, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the public eye, right, it's one thing if somebody who works, if somebody who works someplace that isn't nearly as public, or isn't, like, not everybody has a microscope on what you're doing. If somebody makes a post on Facebook or something that might offend some people, in a lot of ways, people will just brush it off to the side and it doesn't matter, right? Because you're in the position you're in, because you're in such a public space, you have to be that much more careful, right?
Yeah.
So those, I think, are the kind of factors that have to get played into this as well. You're working for an NFL franchise that has a very, very significant public image,
mm-hmm.
right? And not even just the franchise's image, but they are constantly everywhere. Anything that any of those players do reflects on the organization. It reflects on the NFL, right? Negatively or positively. But those are the kind of things that you have to think about as well.
Yes.
So, all right. So let's take a break. When we come back, Yeah.
When we come back, I am about to give Mike Guido an aneurysm with some stuff I found regarding the draft lottery.
That's how I want that segment to go, Josh. I want you to read the rule changes and let me just sit here and take it all in, like as if I'm.
So I will read the rule changes. I will bring up the team that questioned it, and then I'm going to bring up this very, very fun tweet that simulated stuff, and we're going to watch you combust,
melt. Oh God, this is going to be terrible. All right, well, we'll be back, I think, next.
Cowboys Nation, what up? It's your boy EJ Savage over here at Boys in the Zone, where it's everything Cowboys related, from the latest news, off-season talk like training camp and draft analysis, and of course, during season game breakdowns and commentary. Would love to see you in the chat kicking it with myself and other members of Cowboys Nation, whether it be a guest that I myself bring in, or a Cowboys fan forum videos where I bring you guys on, or even other chat members. We're always live on Twitter and YouTube, talking the boys. So really, the only thing left to say is, how about them Cowboys? See you there. Peace.
Hey, what's going on? My name is Tim Barnett, and welcome into the Boston Sports Summit. If you're a fan of any of these four teams right here, or you're like me and you love all four of them and you follow them religiously, you're a big fan, this is the show for you. The big thing with this is real commentary and authenticity. I'm going to tell you like it is. If we're great, then we're great. But if we suck, I'm going to tell you that we suck and we need to improve. I'm also not afraid to call out our ownership or front office for making bad decisions, just like I'm not afraid to call out our coaches or our players for screwing some things up or doing great. All right? Because that's what this show is all about. It's about authenticity. So listen, if you're a fan of any of these teams or you're a fan of all four of them, check me out, the Boston Sports Summit, every Wednesday, live at 7 p.m., and it's electric, all right? We're going to go into some great detail about the Sox, Patriots, Celtics, and even the Bruins, and hey, you might even get a guest appearance from my little puppy here. So, it's a great show. Don't forget to tune in every Wednesday, 7 p.m. You can also follow me on all socials, on Instagram, X, and YouTube, Boston Sports Summit. So check us out. It's a great show. It's a great time. Hope to see you there. God bless.
What's going on, y'all? It's Arthur Hurst from the Grid Network, letting y'all know to check out the Saturday morning tailgate starting at 10 Eastern every Saturday. Check us out on YouTube, X, Instagram, wherever you get your podcasts. Tune in for some humor, some great analytics between me, my boy Bryson, and Tim. Again, Saturday morning tailgate every Saturday at 10 Eastern on the Grid Network. See y'all there.
so relaxed.
All right. I'm glad you're relaxed because relaxing time is over. Welcome back to the Mike and Josh show. I'm leading this segment.
It's bad
because we're about to have some fun.
Oh, God.
So why am I leading this segment? It's because we want to all together watch Mike Guido's face go from its nice peachy complexion to a nice burgundy by the end of what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
So within the last couple hours, Shams Charania has informed everyone that the proposed draft lottery that we talked about a few weeks ago on the show, as far as how they might adjust the draft lottery to avoid teams tanking, has been voted in to begin as of next year. So here is the summary of how it works according to Shams. So there's 3 parts I'm doing to this. Part 1 is the actual explanation from Shams. So it is now called the 3-2-1 lottery, and it's named to represent the number of lottery balls per team. So it's not going to be, an insane amount of lottery balls now for all of them. You're either getting 3, 2, or 1 lottery ball. Teams with the bottom 3 record, the relegation area, will have not 3, but 2 lottery balls. Teams that do not qualify for the playoffs or the play-in tournaments, that would mean teams between the 4th and 10th worst record in the NBA, will each receive 3 lottery balls. The teams that finish 9th and 10th for the play-in, so the teams that technically got to the play-in, will receive 2 lottery balls, the same amount as the 3 worst teams in the league. Yep. And then the the losers of the 7-8 play-in game will receive 1 lottery ball. So it now makes the lottery for 16 teams, and the bottom 3, the 3 worst teams in the league, will have the same odds as the teams that finish 9th and 10th in the conferences. So that's the rundown of it. Oh, and in addition, you cannot get the number 1 pick in consecutive years, and you cannot be in the top 5 for 3 consecutive years. So now why does that last part play a pivotal role in the next section of my report of this? Oh, I can't wait to tell you. So are you hanging at every word I'm saying right now, Mike?
Yep.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure you're still there.
Yep, still here.
Okay. So the league voted for this. 30 teams in the NBA. 29 of those 30 teams voted in favor of this 3-2-1 lottery system.
Oh, my God.
Did you now, before I get into it, did you hear about this part yet? Yes or no?
No.
Oh, even better. 29 of the 30 teams voted in favor of this.
Okay.
Do you want to try to take a guess which was the one out of the 30 that voted against it? Because you'll probably never guess it.
I'll never guess it.
I doubt you'll guess it. I mean, you have a 1 in 30 chance, but
so I'd eventually get it. I have.
I mean, you eventually get it. You would eventually get it. I will give you 3 tries now.
It would be. By the way, it isn't going to be them. But wouldn't it be so funny if it was the Cleveland Cavaliers?
It is not the Cleveland Cavaliers. You got 2 more guesses.
The Memphis Grizzlies.
Holy shit! You got it right.
Did I really?
And you just made me curse on the ear because I could not believe you actually got that. You had to have looked at this. There's no way you would have randomly done that.
No, I really did think about the most random NBA team I could have.
Okay, so you are correct. This has been now you might be thinking, why the Memphis Grizzlies?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the Memphis Grizzlies got the 3rd pick in the lottery this year.
Yeah,
they had the 6th worst record. So, if we went by the new system, they would be one of the teams with the best odds of getting the number 1 pick anyway. So why would Memphis not vote for this? I will tell you. Because apparently from some trade, I think it had to do with the Jaren Jackson trade, the Grizzlies in 2027 get the most favorable pick between the Cavs, the Timberwolves, and the Jazz. But the Jazz, based on where they fell this year, they have the number 2 pick in this year's draft. That is the 3rd consecutive year the Jazz are in the top 5. Therefore, the Jazz cannot have a top 5 pick next year. So the Memphis Grizzlies, from a trade they made over a year ago, are now getting screwed by this new ruling for next year's draft because they do not get, well, the Jazz will still be most likely the most favorable pick of those 3 teams, but it won't be a top 5 pick. It has no chance of being in the top 5.
Okay.
So that's part 2.
Uh-huh. This is great.
Now for the piece of resistance.
Resistance.
And I got to pull it back up in front of me because I got to make sure I properly click through this. Because this was incredible. So.
Hold on.
Yes, I'm holding.
I need my stress minion.
Okay, get the stress minion. Are we good?
We're good.
Okay. So, the Twitter page Tankathon took the new rulings and made simulations on what would have happened with this year's draft lottery if this rule was impacted.
Okay.
So I'm only going to really you could ask me to bring up other teams in it if you want. I'm focusing on the Washington Wizards because the Washington Wizards were the worst team in the league this year, and they did get the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
They did this 8 times. Here are where the Wizards ended in their simulation of the lottery all 8 times. The first simulation, the Wizards pick 11th.
No,
the second simulation, the Wizards pick 10th. Third simulation, the Wizards pick 9th. Fourth simulation, the Wizards pick 9th. Fifth simulation, the Wizards pick 10th. Sixth simulation, the Wizards pick 4th. Seventh simulation, the Wizards pick 4th. Eighth simulation, the Wizards pick 10th. Mike Guido's brain has officially gone to mush.
I'm done. I'm done, man.
They literally gave it 8 tries. And here, just for fun, let me tell you who ended up with the number 1 pick in all these simulations.
Okay.
So let me get back to the beginning. The first one, now this, based on the ruling, would not have been able to happen. It went to Dallas, but they can't be the number 1 pick 2 years in a row. The next simulation, New Orleans, which would have gone to Atlanta because Atlanta had their pick. The third one, Miami, who was in the play-in. The fourth one, Milwaukee. The fifth one, Memphis. The sixth one, Chicago. The seventh one, Golden State. And the eighth one, Golden State.
And this is happening. Like, this is happening.
We are guaranteed for the next at least 3 years that this is the formula for our NBA draft lottery.
I'm done.
3 of the 8 simulations had teams that were in the play-in get the number 1 pick. And the team with the worst record got no better than the 4th pick.
I'm done.
In 8 simulations.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I will.
When I saw this, I'm like, I have to just divulge all of this to you on the air.
So I will give the NBA credit for something. They have surprised me yet again. I cannot believe, Josh. Again, we're going to need to discover aliens just for them to put this into words. This is beyond stupid and counterproductive. I just can't take it. I can't take it anymore. I'm so sick of hearing all of this tanking crap. I just am. I'm done with it.
I cannot wait for one of the teams that made the playoffs this year, because we know there's always a team that gets destroyed by injuries every year. This year was the Pacers. There's going to be a team that made the playoffs this year that will miss it next year due to injuries, and will end up with the number 1 pick.
Right. Next year, we're going to watch the Toronto Raptors have the number 1 pick.
Right.
And
something like that. Yeah.
So let's, and I feel like I always say this, I feel like a broken record whenever we talk about this, because I just feel like I say the same thing over and over again. But let's just give the bad teams 0 shot at getting any better ever. Let's just do that. Could you imagine, right, if this were to actually take place? Could you imagine if a team that's as bad as Utah, a team that's as bad as Washington, actually had to pick 10th this year?
But by the way, I haven't even looked at them yet. I'll skim through it. The Kings, Sacramento Kings, were the 2nd worst team. Through these 8 simulations, they picked number 3, number 2, number 8, number 14, number 9, number 6, number 2, number 12.
So
if you average that out, the Kings, the 2nd worst team in the league, would be picking like 7th.
So here we go. So I'm going to propose something.
This is incredible.
I'm going to propose something. The NBA, through all of this, it's just simply not making any sense.
Right.
They're not making any sense. Not even just by me disagreeing with their formula for the lottery. They're not making sense because they are internally contradicting themselves by the way they set this up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If this is how you feel, then just even out the odds completely. Just do it. Okay? Because every time they adjust it, Josh, it's like, well, we still want to give the bottom teams, a little bit more than, the teams that were, kind of mediocre. Oh, why? Why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that? Because obviously what you think, based on how you're structuring this, you think that getting a number 1 overall pick, getting a number 2 overall pick will make your team better. I can't
Thank you for moving the mic away a little bit when you did that.
I can't understand the absolute absurdity, stupidity that comes with this. I don't get it. How can you be that dumb?
So again, the worst teams will have the same chance at the number 1 pick as the 9th and 10th teams. So people that are in the play-in. The Memphis Grizzlies get screwed next year from getting a possible top 5 pick because part of this was trading Jaren Jackson to get this pick because they knew it would be a good pick.
Right.
And
well, that's what they get. They should have never traded away a good player. God forbid anybody ever does anything to try to benefit their franchise other than spending money in free agency. God forbid anybody does that. God forbid, because we need more trades on draft picks. We need more trade protections. That's what we need as the NBA.
Well, no, this is gonna. I think this is gonna get rid of a lot of those because why are teams gonna bother?
You know what? You're 100% right. But my theory is that what the NBA thinks needs to happen, they are essentially telling you that the only way you can get better, that what this tells me, the only way you can get better is by spending money and making trades. You can't get better during the draft. You can't. Right? But wait a minute. But you can also get better during the draft because we're penalizing the bad teams because having the number 1 overall pick is a reward. Like, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
I just the only thing.
Breathe, Mike. Breathe.
The only positive thing that has ever come out of the draft lottery is the entertainment value of like who's going to get the number 1 pick.
Right.
That's the only positive thing. It is exciting for 10 minutes.
Yep.
And then after that, it goes back to being dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like, I just... So here's what's going to happen, Josh. Here's what's going to happen because of all of this. What's going to end up happening is that the good teams, right? And again, like some of your middle of the road teams too, right? Like some of your, fringe playoff teams, maybe even, mid-level playoff teams are going to stay good and they're going to continue to get better, right? And consistently continue to get better. Yep. Because what they're going to do is they're going to keep getting those top picks. We are going to see teams that we have that are structured unlike teams that we haven't seen before, right? Because what we're going to end up seeing is our playoff teams, like we said, we're going to see 5-seed Toronto Raptors teams, 6-seed Atlanta Hawk teams get the number 1 pick, add a star to their roster, and then immediately catapult up and then continue to keep growing that way. That's what we're going to see. Another thing that we're going to see is teams like, again, Utah, Washington, Sacramento, some of these teams that are in the lower tier.
Brooklyn.
Right? Brooklyn. They are just going to be bottom feeders for as long as this is in effect. The NBA thinks they are fixing a problem because they think it's going to motivate franchises to make moves. First of all, if you're a free agent, you have to choose to go to that city. Okay? You have to choose to go to that organization. Why would you choose to go to an organization with no future? You're never going to do that. Never. I'd rather go to the team that can actually make me look good the rest of my career instead of being the laughing stock of the NBA. I'd rather do that. And like, let's be honest. If you don't have any good young players because you don't have anything in the draft, you're not trading for anybody either. I got news for you. You think that if Brooklyn went out there today and traded for, I don't know, like, they went and traded for Herb Jones from the Pelicans, you think that would make them that much better? No, they'd still suck. Like, what do you want? What does the NBA want? They don't want teams to be bad consistently. That's how you get good again. In a normal system, the reason you have this problem is because you keep digging yourself a deeper hole. Give the worst team the best pick. Give the second worst team the second best pick. This is not hard. It is not rocket science. It is a proven track record to work. The NFL has gotten it to work every year since its existence, and why wouldn't it work in the NBA? You are making it more complicated. It is beyond stupid. I cannot believe how angry this makes me. I'm like,
do you have a blood pressure machine? Because I feel like you should check it.
I'm like hyperventilating at this point.
Why don't we take our final break then, and we'll touch a little bit on the MLB salary cap, and then I'll try to relax you at the end with a little game.
It's Josh, I cannot. That's a good idea. I cannot.
I just love like when I'm annoyed at something, I just laugh at how stupid it is.
Do you see how sweaty I am?
Oh, dude, you need to change your shirt.
I'm like,
and not just because we match.
I'm lucky that my nipples aren't like seeping through.
You look like you just went 8 rounds.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to catch my breath. We'll be back. Josh has a fun game for me while I go take my blood pressure medication. We'll be back in a minute.
What up, Cowboys Nation? We are Cowboys Can Fan.
You know, like Canadian fan. And we're big Dallas Cowboy fans. We live stream every Dallas Cowboys game with our unapologetic, intoxicated play-by-play and color commentary, and we guarantee you won't find anything like this anywhere else.
We do that in the ring together?
We told you not so bland was here to stay, baby.
And if you like to have a couple cold ones,
Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. Crack 'em if you got 'em. And watch the Dallas Cowboys play football.
you need to join us 1 hour before the Cowboys kick off, throw your score prediction in our live chat, and if you're right, guess what? We'll send you a shirt, some Can Fan merch. Click the link, check us out, and subscribe if you like what we do.
Oh, and remember, BYOB.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Bring your own boosh.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Bryson Carver, and I'm the host of the Carving It Up podcast right here on the Grid Network, as well as my own personal YouTube channel, Carving It Up with Bryson Carver. On my show, talk about a number of the biggest topics in the world of sports, as well as culture and entertainment, and I include special segments such as Bryson's Best 10, The Ball View, and one of my favorites, Carving Up the Context. I also like to invite special guests on the show to get different insights and perspectives on topics, and most importantly, I love to hear from you, the audience, in the chat below. So check out Carving It Up 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube, Facebook, X, and on Instagram. Check the show out anywhere you get your podcasts as well as on the YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys.
Alex Rodriguez is coming out with a documentary, and it goes into detail. Like, he's never talked about the steroid part of it and all the pressure. You will do a lot more desperate things to try to stay relevant, and you can see that he was straining to be this person that he wasn't, instead of just being the person that he always should have been. Just, I'm Alex Rodriguez, because of imposter syndrome. He had to be somebody that he wasn't. Goes to the Yankees, gets another big fucking contract. I empathize with that, because when you're this great player and people are looking at you and they're looking through you, it makes you realize that maybe Alex doesn't matter. I have to be A-Rod.
Yo, this is Barry Grant Jr. I want to give a big shout out to Mike and Josh, and be on the lookout for more clips from All Even Podcast.
This is Patrick L. Brown, lead journalist here at the Grid Network, reminding you to make sure that you check out all of the latest articles over on the Grid's webpage under the blog section. There you will find the hottest takes in sports, mixed in with some mental health articles as well. Dare to be different? Enter the Grid, your new leaders in digital media, sports, and entertainment. As I always say, stay tuned.
Alrighty, welcome back. I still have not recovered.
You shouldn't. And I'll give you one more number with it that I just saw during the break.
What are you doing to me?
This is just basic numbers to summarize everything that you went off about in the last segment, because this validates it right here.
Okay.
There is now a 71% chance that the number 1 pick in the NBA draft will fall to a team between 6th and 12th place.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
A 29% chance it falls to a bottom 5 team.
I am. So the NBA thought that they were cool and slick and smart because they put a bunch of math nerds in a room and said, "Hey, come up with some algorithm that, makes the NBA draft lottery better." And now you just look dumb.
Because now what it is you will have teams that are fighting for the play-in give up.
Yep.
This is actually going to result in more teams tanking just at a different time in the season.
Yep.
They're going to tank at a point where, hey, we won't be the worst team in the league. But, we could try to get 9th or 10th. Nah, let's tank these last 10 games and end up,
Why try to be
13th
good
in the conference?
Why try to be good when you can be average?
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the message you're sending, NBA. Congratulations. You are screwing everything up even further. And honestly, I have zero respect for anybody in that decision-making process. Zero.
And 29 of the 30 owners approved of it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. Cheer me up, Josh.
Well, do we want to try to touch on the salary cap for Major League Baseball or not even worry about it?
I mean, here's the thing. Everybody knows that it's coming. The only real news today was that the numbers actually got dropped. The salary floor would be about $171 million, which is a lot of money. Okay, that's a lot of money for some teams. And the salary cap would be like $245 million, which I think you've got 5 or so teams that are over at this point. And the question is really, when can you implement those things?
So,
but I hate that too. I do.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't know if you're ever going to get to a point where that comes to fruition, because I don't think the players would ever agree to it.
And to specify, there are currently 15 teams under the floor.
Mm-hmm.
There are 6 teams above the ceiling.
Yeah.
And if you were to include the Dodgers deferred contracts that they got, they would be currently nearly $175 million over.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, let's try to lighten the mood by another dumb statistic that I turned into a game. So, different NBA awards, for some reason, they take forever to be issued out. Just like a day or two ago, they announced Coach of the Year. But over this last week, they announced the All-NBA first, second, and third teams.
Okay.
Now, there are some new faces on this list because of several players that failed to reach the 65-game minimum.
Mm-hmm.
So examples, Giannis is not All-NBA because he didn't hit 65 games. LeBron is not because he did not hit 65 games. Anthony Edwards did not hit 65 games. Steph Curry did not hit 65 games. So there are some of your household names that are not on this list.
Mm-hmm.
However, there are a few names that did make the list that people were scratching their heads. Now, I don't know if you got a chance to look at who made the first, second, or third All-NBA teams.
I didn't.
Okay. So I will just read off real quick some of them because they won't spoil what we're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
But the All-NBA first team was, and this is really not much of a surprise to anybody, the first team, SGA, Jokic, Wembanyama, Luka, and Cade Cunningham. Now, the one talk was, could Jaylen Brown have sneaked in based on the great season that he had? He ended up being on the second team. That was the one of a, the talk of, who would you have replaced to put Jaylen Brown in the first team?
Yeah, right.
The real interesting thing, though, is the third team. So here's the game that I made for you. I have three different rounds of it. 3 different players in each round. I'm going to read you these 3 players' basic stats. So I'm just going to be telling you points, rebounds, assists.
Okay.
You're going to tell me which one of the 3 made the All-NBA team.
Ooh, okay.
And then you can try to name whoever you might think the players are. And I'll try to help a little bit as far as like positions and things like that.
Okay.
So there's a max of 12 points in this. I would call this a win if you can pull off 6.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So, first one.
Mm-hmm.
So I will tell you right off the bat, these are 3 players that would either be playing the 4 or the 5.
Okay.
Okay. So they're a 4 or 5 player.
Yep.
One of these 3 made the All-NBA team.
Okay.
All right. Option 1, this player, 22.2 points per game, 8.4 rebounds per game, and 5.2 assists per game.
Okay. That's a good
and again, I will emphasize, everyone that I have listed here played the minimum 65 games to be considered.
Okay. Good.
All right. So that's player 1. Player 2, 21.1 points per game, 6.7 rebounds per game, and 5 assists per game.
Okay.
Player 3, 19.5 points per game, 10.5 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game.
Okay.
So of those 3, player 1, player 2, or player 3, which one of those 3 do you think made an All-NBA team?
I'm going to go with player number 3. 19.5, 10.5, and 2.
All right, you got your first point. That is the one out of the 3 that made an All-NBA team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, could you try to name that player or maybe the other 2 that I listed that did not make an All-NBA team? Again, these are I'll go this far. Again, they play either the 4 or the 5.
Mm-hmm.
2 of these 3 play in the East.
Okay, so I will guess. So there's two guys that automatically come to my head.
Okay.
The first one is Bam Adebayo.
Okay.
The second one is Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
So I will guess them in that order. I'll guess Bam Adebayo.
Bam Adebayo is which one?
I'm guessing Bam Adebayo. Am I not guessing who's player 3?
Oh, well, yeah. You're guessing. Yeah. So you're guessing first who's player 3.
So is Bam Adebayo player 3?
You are wrong. It is not Bam Adebayo.
Is it Rudy Gobert?
It is not Rudy Gobert either.
Damn it! All right.
And I'll tell you this: the other 2 that are on this list are also not Bam Adebayo or Rudy Gobert.
Is it Jalen Duren?
Jalen Duren made All-NBA 3rd team at 19.5 points a game, 10.5 rebounds, and 2 assists.
All right, cool.
Now, do you want to try to take a stab at the other 2? I just said they're not in this one. They are not Bam or Gobert.
So you have more rounds of this?
I have 3 total rounds of it.
Okay, no, then just tell me.
So the 22.2, 8.4, and 5.2 assists, Paolo Banchero.
Oh, okay.
And then 21.1, 6.7, and 5 assists, that was Julius Randle.
I was kind of thinking about Julius Randle. Okay, cool.
All right. So you got 1 point because you picked the right of the 3.
Yep.
Okay. So that was the first one. Here's the second one. And I will say, again, these people primarily play the 5.
Okay.
Primarily. Sometimes they might play the 4, but primarily they play the 5.
Okay. Good.
All right. Option 1. 17.1 points per game, 8.9 rebounds per game, 1.7 assists per game.
Okay.
Guy number 2, 20.1 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, 3.2 assists per game.
Okay.
Guy number 3, also 20.1 points per game, 11.9 rebounds, 3 assists. Which one of those 3 made an All-NBA team? Only one of those 3 did. And they all primarily play the 5.
I'm going to guess it is player I'm gonna guess again. Player 3. I think
Player
it's player 3.
Player 3 of 20.1, 11.9.
11.9, 3 assists.
You are wrong.
Wow. Is it player 2?
You are again wrong.
It's player 1, really.
Player 1 a 17, 8.9, and 1.7 assists. Made the All-NBA third team. You want to take a guess at who it is?
Okay, so I have a feeling one of these is Karl Anthony Towns.
That is correct. So number 3 was Karl Anthony Towns.
Yeah.
So you got that. There's a point there.
Okay. So
you're up to 2 points.
And all of these guys primarily play the 5.
Correct.
Is one
Again, they might sometimes play a 4, but primarily the 5.
Is one of them Alperen Şengün?
No. Good guess, though. I looked him up for all this stuff.
I was going to say, that was definitely a good guess.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of centers that are around 20 points a game. None of these are Rudy Gobert, right?
No. None of these are Rudy Gobert.
Okay. So can we eliminate Rudy Gobert and Bam Adebayo from the rest of this game?
I said none of these are Rudy Gobert is what I said.
Okay. So that doesn't help me at all. Anyway.
None of these are Rudy Gobert.
Okay. So let me think. More centers. No, not Vucevic.
Dude, did you just listen to what I said? That should help you get a point here.
You said none of these are Rudy Gobert.
And what did you ask me?
Can I eliminate Rudy Gobert from this game?
You didn't just say Rudy Gobert.
And Bam Adebayo.
And all I said was,
all right, so one of
Rudy
them is
Gobert is
okay, fine. One of them is Bam Adebayo.
Which one is Bam Adebayo?
I'm going to guess Bam Adebayo's 20 points, 10 rebounds.
You are correct. There's 3 points for you.
Okay.
Now, can you guess the one that made the All-NBA third team at 17.1, 8.9, and 1.7?
Bam Adebayo scored 83 points in a game and did not make the All-NBA team.
Because that's just one game.
I know. I get it. But man, oh man, ouch. Let me hold on. I'm thinking. I'm just thinking of centers now that primarily. Come on.
Again, primarily play the 5, but may sometimes play the 4.
May sometimes play the 4. It can't possibly be Anthony Davis.
He certainly did not play 65 games.
Yeah, right. That's right. So I'm eliminating people out loud.
Yeah.
So obviously no. It's not Şengün. I'm trying to think who am I missing? Oh my God. I want to get it so bad.
And I have one more. And I have one more. I have one more group after this.
I want to get it so bad. All right.
I'll give you one more guess at it.
Okay.
Your last hint is Western Conference.
Okay, so it's Western Conference. It finished the season in the Western Conference?
Yes.
Mostly played the 5 on a Western Conference team. I'm going to make a dumb guess, and I'm going to say, like, is it Jaren Jackson?
It is not. And I tried looking him up too, but he did not play 65 games this year.
Okay. All right. Who was it?
It's Chet Holmgren.
Wow. Really? Wow. Okay. All right.
Chet Holmgren, 17, just under 9, and 1.7. But because of how great he played on defense, they made him All-NBA third team.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So we got one more. These are all guards.
Okay.
The 1 or the 2.
Okay.
You have 3 points. There's up to 4 points in this last one. So you get 3 out of these 4. You win the game.
Okay.
Pressure's on. All right.
Okay.
Player number 1. 25.4 points per game. 4.5 rebounds per game, 7.5 assists per game.
Okay.
Player 2, 24.2 points per game, 6.9 rebounds per game, 6.7 assists per game.
Wow.
Player 3, 23.6 points per game, 5.1 rebounds, 8.6 assists.
Ooh.
So player 1 had the most points, player 2 was the most balanced, and player 3 least amount of points of the 3 but most assists.
Well, there's one thing I know about the NBA, they don't like balance. So I'm not going to guess player 2.
Okay. So first thing, 1, 2, or 3, which one made All NBA?
I will guess player 1. I think player 1 made All NBA.
You are correct. It was player 1 of the 3. We're up to 4 points. Now you got to correctly identify 2 of these 3 players and you win the game.
Okay.
They are guards.
They are definitely guards.
They're all guards. I'll try to give one more hint here. Okay. And I can't get more specific with this because then I feel like it will give it away.
Uh-huh.
All 3 of them started this season in the Western Conference.
All 3 started the season in the Western Conference.
Yes.
Okay.
I will not tell you how many started or finished. Or how many finished. I just said started. How many finished?
Okay. All right. I got you. All right. Let me think.
Again, guards. And they had to have played the minimum 65 games. So I'm already ruling out Steph Curry for you.
Is one of them Devin Booker?
Devin Booker did not play 65 games. He actually played 64. So he did not qualify.
Wow. Come on, man.
I know.
Right.
Which is nuts because he 100% would have made one of these teams based on his stats. But Devin Booker was the one that honestly, him and LeBron were the 2 that got screwed the most. LeBron played 60 games.
Mm-hmm.
But his stats would have got him on one of these 3 All-NBA teams still.
Yeah.
So I won't count that because Devin Booker technically didn't qualify.
And they
2 of these 3
started in the Western Conference. They started in the West. So, all right, is one of them? I feel like these numbers are too inflated for him. No, I don't. It can't be. Is one of them Stephon Castle?
It is not Stephon Castle.
Yeah,
none of them are Stephon Castle.
Yeah, I figured. I'm just trying to think who.
Your next 2 guesses have to be correct. Otherwise, you lose, sir.
Unless I'm a big fat stinky loser. So who got traded from west to east? That's a guard. Is one of them James Harden?
James Harden is one of them. Now, can you guess if he's 1, 2, or 3?
He's definitely not 1. He didn't make an All-NBA team. I want to say he's 3.
James Harden is number 3 on that list.
Okay.
All right. You have one more guess. And if you get it, you win. And if you don't, you fail.
Whoa, okay. Started in the Western Conference.
Here.
So
I will do this. I will do this. I will do this. Now that you got James Harden, I will just say they started and finished in the West, both of them. James Harden was the only one that applied to.
Okay. All right.
So they were Western Conference guard.
Western Conference guard. Western Conference guard. Okay. So it's not Curry.
It's not Curry. It's not Devin
Not
Booker. It's
Curry.
not Ant. They did not qualify.
Right. Boy. Who else is out there? I mean, God. I feel like no, he doesn't score enough. What about like Jamal Murray? Does Jamal Murray qualify on this? I'm gonna guess Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray is one of those two.
Really?
Now, to win, is he number 1 or number 2? Is Jamal Murray number 1 or number 2 on that list? Did Jamal Murray get 25.4, 4.5, and 7.5?
I mean,
or did he get 24.2, 6.9?
I'm pretty much being asked if Jamal Murray made the NBA the All NBA team, or he didn't.
Correct.
I feel like Jamal Murray is not a prolific rebounder. So I'm going to say, surprisingly, at least from my perspective, surprisingly, but yes, he did. I'm going to say he's the 25.4 and 7.5 assist guy.
Mike Guido, you have won this game.
Yes, let's go.
Jamal Murray was the number 1 guy. That gave you 6
Jamal
points.
Jamal Murray made an All-NBA team?
So the All-NBA third team was Tyrese Maxey, Jamal Murray, Jalen Johnson, who had a monster season.
Yeah.
Jalen Duren and Chet Holmgren. That was the third All-NBA third team. And by the way, the number 2 guy on this list, the 24, 6.9, 6.9, well-balanced, very good season. Denny Avdia.
Denny Avdia averaged 24, 7, and 7.
Yes.
Wow. I would see. Okay, but that kind of confused me. I wouldn't consider Denny Avdia a guard.
He's listed as shooting guard, so that's why he is technically listed as a shooting guard.
He's kind of a forward, though. He's like 6'8" or something.
I'm just going by what is listed on the web. He is listed as a shooting guard.
I get it. But wow.
But well done. You won the game. You got the 6 out of my betting line for the 6 points was perfect. The 6 out of 12.
Let me tell you something. You got me good with the James Harden. I kind of figured after a little bit, I was like, wait, one of these is going to be James Harden. Wait.
I was really hoping you got James Harden wrong so I could just throw it at your face.
Yeah. Because I was just like, Western Conference guard, they got traded east. So I'm like, wait, James Harden from the Clippers to the Cavs. Oh, okay. Like, all right. Wow. Oh, that was fun. So All NBA first was, you said it was Shai.
So the first was Shai, Jokic, Wemby, Luka, and Cunningham. The second team was Jaylen Brown, Kawhi Leonard, Donovan Mitchell, Kevin Durant, Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
And then third, Maxey, Murray, Jalen Johnson, Jalen Duren, Chet Holmgren. So again, all 5 of those guys on the third team, if this 65-game rule was not in play, would not have been there. Because LeBron would have made it, Booker would have made it, Ant would have made it, Steph would have made it, Giannis would have made it.
Yeah, right.
In some order. Like someone might have moved down from second to third or whatever. But
right. Yep.
So none of those guys would have made it if the 65-game rule wasn't in play.
Yep. Unbelievable. All right. Can you tell how tired I am now? We're actually over time.
We are over. Well, I mean, that game needed some overtime. And by the way, we'll real quick as we wrap up on the air, I'm just going to quickly check. We are about 8.5 minutes left in the first half. Spurs are up 11, 42-31. Who's leading the way here?
By the way,
Wemby has 13 points and 5 rebounds with, like I said, about almost 8.5 to go in the first half.
Yeah.
Dylan Harper, 8 points off the bench.
8 points off the bench. That kid is good. Dylan Harper is good.
Yes, he is. And by the way, SGA, no fouls at the moment, but he has not shot a free throw
Wow.
He has 6 points, and he is currently a minus 13.
Wow.
They
lose the series. Let me tell you something. They lose the series, and he has a bad game 6. That's going to come back to bite him.
It could. So right now, Shai and Hardenstein, both for the Thunder, have 6 points. Those are the leaders for the Thunder side. But again,
this broke earlier, by the way. Jalen Williams is playing in this game.
And that probably threw them off because now they're putting minutes for him.
Mm-hmm.
He came off the bench. He's come off the bench. He's played 4 minutes so far, has 1 point.
Yep.
But so I did mention De'Aaron Fox, how he had to put a point. He's 0 for 4 right now. He hasn't put up anything. But Dylan Harper off the bench with 8 points. Stephon Castle's got 7, and Vassell has 6.
Yep.
So the supporting cast is still delivering along with Wemby, and that's now trying to remind me, because I don't remember, what did I put for my parlay as we wrap up the show? All right, so I got so everyone at home can keep tracking and try to cheer that I don't miss this by 1. I got Alex Caruso over 9.5 points. He's got 4 so far. I have Wemby over 12.5 rebounds. He's got 5. And again, we're not even halfway through the second quarter yet, so that's looking good.
Yep.
I have De'Aaron Fox over 15.5 points, and he has 0. So I wonder which one it will be.
He has 0.
I have Shai under 29.5 points. And he's at 6 right now. And then I had the Spurs minus 3.5. And the Thunder actually have gone on a little run. It's now a 6-point game.
Yep.
44-38. But so De'Aaron Fox, get to freaking work.
Yeah, we're rooting for you, Josh. We're all rooting for you.
That sounds very
It'll
convincing.
hit. It'll hit one of these days. All right. That does it for us. That's Josh Tariff. I'm Mike Guido. This is the
What is it? What is it?
Yeah,
what is this that we're doing?
I'm tired, man. It's Mike and Josh exclusively on the grid, and together we say.
You are listening to Mike Guido and Josh Tariff. Buckle
up! Every Thursday, 7 o'clock Eastern. Make sure you are here for it exclusively on the grid, where Mike and Josh will be here.
I'm realizing, just like similar to the NBA draft lottery system, I should do 10-leg parlays, and I will have the same odds in hitting as I do in a 3-leg parlay.
Yep. Let's run it back. Doesn't get any easier, Josh. We'll see you next week.